Hey you guys, what's going on? And welcome to the Week 12 NFL picks. Last week I had Cole with me. This week, and y'all making noise in the background already.
What?
Oh my god, okay. Well, Weave and Cole are both here this week.
What?
What's up?
But just looking at last week's record, Cole absolutely killed it. Me and the Weave both went 9-5, and Cole went 12-2, making the new standings. Cole is in first place at 88-61-2. I am in second at 86-63-2, and Weave is in third. I about said fourth at 85-64-2.
I did so bad that we had to put a fourth person in the middle that doesn't even exist.
So, yeah, that's how bad Weave has been this season. You know, Weave has actually had a really terrific, probably last 7 weeks or so, because there was one point like me and Cole were fighting for first with like 30 wins, and you were like, or no, me and Cole were ahead by what, 5 or 10 games, and you were at like 15-15. So you've made a pretty, decent comeback at least.
Yeah, and I finally took back the lead.
I'm keeping with those 90s hip-hop references, by the way, that we started before this video.
Please don't. Okay. So anyway, into the first games this week, and obviously you guys see all the picks already because I'm honestly too lazy to edit them like I used to. First game, Minnesota at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Me and the Weave both go with the Lions, and Cole goes with the Vikings.
The Vikings, apart from their win last week, they've just really fallen apart.
And
no, they aren't.
Even last week, it was on the back of a 100-yard pick six and a 100-yard kick return. Which, granted, still got the win. Great, but I doubt you do it again.
And Matthew Stafford has been playing some of the best ball of his career without Calvin Johnson.
See, I think once Johnson left, that opened up a lot of the offense. Because whenever you have a receiver like Calvin Johnson, your game plan is throw it to Calvin. So now that he can open up the offense a little bit more and spread the ball around, they've been better. Then Slay's been playing pretty good.
Too. They got the one win under their belts. Now they're about to go on another win streak.
All right.
I'm calling it.
Also, Adrian Peterson is slated now to return sometime in December. Apparently.
Peterson wants to be back by the Dallas game. That's what I saw.
When is that?
Week 14?
Probably week 15 or 16.
Yeah, I think it's really late in the year. But anyway, the next game, Washington at Dallas. All three of us go with the Cowboys. So, much as I don't want the Cowboys to go to 10-1, they're going to. But it is the NFC East.
I'm happy now because now the Cowboys are guaranteed to not go 8-8.
Well, there's that, and also, it's the NFC East, though. Like, we all three picked the Cowboys because we all three feel the Cowboys will win, but it's the NFC East, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Redskins walked in and got a win.
Well, the Skins are playing pretty good ball this year.
Yeah,
they're really good ball.
They're not bad. I could see what the Redskins actually taking this game if the Cowboys aren't on their A game.
And see, the good thing with Dallas fans right now is that, and the team in general, is that they can afford a loss. Because even if they lose this week, they drop to 9-2, and the Giants are almost guaranteed to win. We'll get to that game here in a minute. But even at that point, the Giants go to 8-3, so the Cowboys would still have the lead.
Here's the thing: the way this Cowboys schedule is set up, the Giants could win the division, and Cowboys could probably still make the playoffs at 10-6, 11-5.
Yeah.
Like they could only win one or two more games and probably make the playoffs.
I think mathematically they're not guaranteed a playoff spot right now, but at 9-1, unless you have a serious meltdown, like Dak gets injured and then Tony comes in and gets injured the next play and you have to start the Sanchez, I think
let me see the schedule. Remaining games for the Dallas Cowboys, obviously Thanksgiving, Washington, then at Minnesota.
Okay, so it's next week.
At New York, Tampa Bay at home, Detroit at home, at Philadelphia.
I'm so mad we lost that game.
Okay. It's a pretty tough stretch, but Minnesota's a very winnable. These are all winnable games.
Minnesota's not a winnable game.
Detroit is probably the toughest team on the remaining schedule.
Cole, I know you're a Vikings fan, but just okay. The Vikings went to Philly and got beat, right?
Yep.
And then Dallas beat Philly.
Yep.
So what does that tell you?
Well, it tells me that Minnesota was having a bad stretch of games because Blair Walsh can't kick free kicks.
Did they sign a
Here's
new
the
kicker
thing.
yet?
Yes, and he sucks too.
Here's the thing. Detroit is the toughest team, but I think at Philadelphia in January will be the toughest game.
Well, that when was
At
the last?
Philadelphia in January.
What was the last time the Cowboys and Eagles didn't split the series? The year that they beat us 3 times?
Probably.
I think that was the last time we've ever not split the series. Because even last season with, that quarterback that was playing decent, at some point, I guess, we ended up winning in Dallas in overtime. With the running back who will not be named. Because fuck him! Sorry.
Go to Marco.
Anyway, next game. We're like 5 minutes in and only to the third game. Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. And me and Cole both go with the Steelers, and Weave goes with the Colts. And I kind of want to hear your reasoning on that.
The Colts are resurging, man. They're getting on it. Like, they're starting to click. Andrew Luck's toning down the interceptions a little bit. They're on a 2-game win streak, coming off a win off the really hot Titans.
That is true.
Indiana's a good
Pittsburgh
team,
is falling apart right in front of us.
I wouldn't say
Big Ben came back way too early. He's getting hurt again. He's not even close to 100%.
But look at their backup quarterback. Like
Right now?
I wouldn't be comfortable starting Landry Jones either. I wasn't comfortable whenever he was at OU starting him.
Right now, I just think the Colts have a better chance of winning this game.
I mean, I can see this, what to me was a 50-50 game this week, because the Steelers, like you said, are falling apart, and the Colts have just over the last few years just not built a team around Luck at all, really.
They drafted a 5'9" receiver in the first round.
When they already had T.Y. Hilton. Like, their top 2 receivers are under 6 foot.
I would fire my general manager.
I think they did.
I don't know.
I would demand that my owner sell the team. Fuck Jim Irsay.
Watch them draft D.D. Westbrook.
I told G.D. Westbrook?
5'11".
I thought he was taller than that.
I think he's 6 feet.
Is he 6 foot tall?
I think
Because
so.
I know he's not huge.
No, but he just looks small. I'm pretty positive he's 6 feet.
It's probably because he has like 0% body fat and 0% like muscle at all.
Yeah, he's really light. But
Dude looks like
I
a
think
short
he has 6
KD,
feet.
like in terms of like body proportion.
He's actually lighter than I am, which is crazy.
Is it weird to you guys that we are like, I mean, you're older than Baker Mayfield. All right, yeah, we're getting off topic, but anyway, you're older, Cole. You're older than Mayfield, and me and the Weave are both like the same age as Mayfield. Which
What
to
am
me
I
is
doing
weird.
with my life?
And Samaje Perine is younger than us. He's only 20, I believe.
No, I think he's 21 now.
I don't
he was
believe it.
because he was 19 whenever he started for Oklahoma.
No, he was a grown man. He was 30 when he started at OU.
He's a man. He's 40.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about college football stuff later. But anyway, on to the next game. San Diego at Houston. Me and the Weave both go with the Texans, and Cole surprisingly goes with the Chargers. I mean, I know the
This
Texans.
is not a surprise. The Chargers are not a bad team despite what their record says.
I just don't
Yep.
feel comfortable picking the Chargers at all because of all the injuries.
Well, I don't feel comfortable picking the Texans either, but I still did it.
Yeah,
Texans undefeated at home, by the way. Texans are undefeated at home. They're 5-0 at home.
it's ridiculous how good
Dang.
their record is with how bad Brock has been playing.
I don't know why, but I just think the Chargers are a better team. Like, I don't know. Every time I've seen them play, they look pretty good. So, I don't even. What is their record?
Bad.
The Chargers are 4-6.
Oh,
Okay, it's only one
Yeah,
game worse
but
than us. Never mind.
I really don't think Houston's much better.
Using
Honestly.
6-4. They're flipped. They're the
Yeah.
reciprocal of the San Diego Chargers.
And from what I didn't get to, I wasn't watching the game because one, I was at work, and then two, I got home and watched Monday Night Raw. Apparently, the Texans kind of got screwed last week a couple times.
By the laser?
No, by the guy
That
supposedly
laser-
stepping out of bounds.
Face.
And you guys are
No,
cutting
it was
in and
the
out, which
laser.
is probably my crappy internet.
It's a laser.
Okay, so next game, San Francisco at Miami. All three of us go with the Dolphins. Do we need to elaborate on this at all?
No, this is a dumb game.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw some article saying that like the Dolphins should trade Jay Ajayi. Looking at his stat line, why the fuck would you trade Jay Ajayi?
Because Dolphins trade and get rid of everybody who's good on their team. It'd be a classic Dolphin.
That's New England, and they still win.
Well,
fucking Bill Belichick.
I guess Miami's trying to be like New England. They never will be.
They should rehire Nick Saban.
Didn't that go badly the first time?
Yeah, 1-15 badly.
It was only one. It was only 1-15. Chill.
Oh, that went pretty well.
And I think the only team they beat was like the 3-13 Ravens.
Ooh.
Yeah. So anyway, next game, LA at New Orleans. All three of us go with the Saints.
Drew Brees is insane this year.
Drew Brees is insane every year.
3,200 yards, almost 3,300 yards, 26 touchdowns.
If the Saints could field a competent defense, they would be unstoppable.
He's thrown 420 passes. Blaze it.
If the Saints could field a competent defense, nobody would beat them. But because they have probably the worst secondary in the league, yeah, they're bad.
So they're like the NFL version of OU?
Our
secondary isn't the worst in our conference.
DeMarco Murray and Ezekiel Elliott have twice as many rushing yards early, and that feel good.
Okay, so Cole, who is 5,000 miles away, is coming in clear, and Weaver, who lives 20 miles away, is cutting in and out.
I can hear him fine.
It's probably just my crappy internet. So, I'm honestly we're not even gonna elaborate on the next game. I'm just gonna say who we all picked. The Giants.
Is Jared doesn't know which way the sun sets Goff starting that game
against LA and New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah. He started last week.
Hey, he didn't throw an interception. That already makes him better than Case Keenum.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm not going to elaborate on the next game at all. I'm just going to say who we all picked, and then we're moving on. The New York Giants at the Cleveland Browns. All three of us go with the Giants. Okay, next game, Arizona at Atlanta. All three of us go with the Falcons. Arizona has been super disappointing this year.
They suck.
I want the old Carson Palmer back.
Isn't he injured right now?
He should be after the last game.
He's like 38, so...
Yeah, and apparently he got hit a lot because Minnesota's coming back. Hint, hint.
Okay. The defense is still there. Special teams is sometimes there. They're missing a very crucial part of football, Cole.
An offensive line?
Yes.
That too.
A kicker?
Their star running back?
Minus their running back, they don't have an offense. Except for Larry and the running back. And Larry is like 35 years old.
And if Bradford can ever get time, him and Diggs are pretty good, but he can never get time, so it doesn't matter.
Is Sam Bradford's play been really bad? I honestly can't watch the Vikings. I'll be honest. They're really boring to watch. They do suck. But I'm still rooting for them to get Adrian Peterson back.
Once they get Peterson back, I think it'll be better.
Not like Pearson can do a whole lot with the offensive line that won't open a hole.
I know, but is Sam Bradford just like sucking now? Because
the playbook isn't.
He was the MVP talk.
The playbook isn't open to Bradford. I don't think he knows. Like he knows a good chunk of the playbook by now, but I don't think he knows it all. Because think about this: 2 seasons ago, he got traded at the beginning, had to learn Chip Kelly's offense. Chip gets fired. Doug Peterson comes in. He's got to learn Doug Peterson's offense. 2 weeks before the season starts, or a week before the season starts, he gets traded to Minnesota and then has to learn. I don't even know their coach's name, but he has to learn the Vikings offense.
Well, he quit.
You would think he'd be. You think he'd be used to that, having 4 offensive coordinators in 5 years in St. Louis.
Yeah, but still, like, I think that's one of the big reasons he hasn't been I'm not going to say like a Tom Brady level, but I think it's one of the reasons he hasn't always been one of the most solid quarterbacks in the NFL. Because he's
had the worst luck.
He's got the talent. He's got the potential. He just needs to be able to stick with an offense for a few seasons. And at this point in his career, I think it might be too late. He's in his 8th season, and has learned 9 different offenses, I think.
If they don't make the playoffs, I have no idea where he's going to end up.
Denver, if Tony Romo doesn't go there.
If Tony does go there, then he'll probably end up in New York.
Yeah.
He's going to go to every single football team by the end of his career.
Is there another team he has? Because, okay, he's played for the Rams, who don't have their primary logo, the Eagles, and the Vikings, who don't use their primary logo on the helmets. So the only other teams left he could go to are the Browns, and I think the Bengals?
You're cutting out.
Yeah, I know. I can see my internet acting up. Can you stop? Okay.
Let's just move on.
Okay, Cincinnati at Baltimore. All 3 of us go with the Ravens.
Did you know that Ravens statistically are the best defense in the NFL?
Yes.
They couldn't stop the Dak attack.
Because they got Hacksaw Smithers.
Oh, Terrell Suggs.
Who is that?
That was stupid.
Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs went into Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, Cole, if you heard this story, but Terrell Suggs called into a press conference call with Dak Prescott where he was answering questions on the press over the telephone, and he went under the alias of Hacksaw Smithers from the Baltimore Sun, I believe.
Oh my goodness!
And asked him what he thought of Terrell Suggs.
Rex Ryan did it to Julian Edelman. He was like, "So are you starting a quarterback this week?"
That's funny.
So yeah, all 3 of us go with the Ravens. Okay, had I told you guys at the beginning of the season that in week 12 we would all be picking the Ravens over the Bengals, would you have thought I was crazy?
Ravens were poised to be okay.
Yeah.
I am a little bit surprised about Cincinnati, but
I don't think I'm going to pick the Bengals the rest of the season. Giovanni Bernard's out. AJ Green's out.
The offensive line won't give Andy Dalton more than a half second.
I don't know who Andy's going to throw to this week.
Mohamed Sanu.
Sanu plays for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Marvin Jones plays for the Lions. They both left in free agency. I don't know who
Eifert.
I think Eifert's injured.
Well, I think our picks are going to start getting a lot more accurate now that
he will throw to Pac-Man Jones every play.
All right, so next is the Titans at the Bears. All 3 of us going with the Titans. Is Cutler injured?
Yes.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Who's starting?
Probably not Hoyer, because Hoyer broke his leg, didn't he?
Yeah.
Again?
Barkley?
I would guess Matt Barkley.
Oh my God, yeah, they're going to get blown out of the water. Okay, so don't need to elaborate on that at all. Seattle at Tampa Bay. All 3 of us go with the Seahawks. Anything to elaborate on that?
I will say that Marcus Mariota is proving me right as to what I said 2 seasons ago, that I said Marcus Mariota would be a better quarterback than Jameis Winston, and so far I've been correct.
I read an ESPN article that Marcus Mariota's stats look completely better, but they try to spin it like Jameis Winston is doing just as good as Marcus Mariota, and I do not believe that at all.
I think
Marcus Mariota looks really impressive.
I think they can both still be good quarterbacks. I think Mariota has more of a team around him. In Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
I mean, all Winston has is Evans, who was also sponsored by Butterfingers last season, and Doug Martin, who's been injured most of the year.
Well, Mariota's team winning depends completely on him. Like his stats and wins and losses,
Yeah.
there's a big discrepancy.
Yeah,
It's
it tends
crazy.
to happen with quarterbacks. Quarterback plays bad, you're going to tend to lose,
Yeah.
unless you're the Broncos.
Yeah.
So the next game is the New England Patriots at the New York Jets. All 3 of us go with the Patriots. Mulligan, let's try this again because we had some audio difficulties. The New England Patriots at the New York Jets. All three of us are going with the Patriots. Anything to say on this?
Patriots are good.
Patriots are really
The
good.
Jets are bad.
Now, what I was going to say before the audio cut out, and you guys interrupt me if I start cutting out so I know to stop fucking talking.
Okay.
I might just interrupt you just so you stop talking.
I fucking hate you, Weaver. Cole, interrupt me.
Stop talking.
Do you think we have ever picked against the Patriots? This is mainly to Weave. I guess, Cole, you can join in too. Have we ever picked against the Patriots when Tom Brady's playing?
No.
That's crazy.
Like,
I just
even,
To be fair, they have a relatively easy schedule.
That's true.
I think the only time I ever picked against the Patriots whenever Brady was playing is I picked the Eagles as a joke. And they ended up winning last season. Because
I'm pretty sure you picked against them.
No, because I think that was the week I went like 15-1. Or something stupid like that.
Well, your one loss was because you picked New England.
I'll go back and I'll look at the video after we're done with this.
Okay.
Or I still have all the files saved, so I can go look at the picture. But anyway, next game, Carolina at Oakland. All three of us go with the Raiders. Raiders have looked really good this season.
They are back.
Although both of their losses have been at home.
And weren't they the first two games?
I don't remember.
Wait, they've lost in Oakland twice?
Yep, they're 8-2. Both losses were in Oakland. One was in week 2. The other was in week 7. They lost to the Falcons at home, and they lost to the Chiefs at home.
Surprising. So all three of us going with the Raiders. Next game, Kansas City at Denver. Me and Cole both go with the Broncos. I could not read there for a second. And Weave goes with the Chiefs.
Why did you go with the Chiefs?
Because I think the Broncos are due to just fully collapse.
You think so?
And it's going to happen soon.
It was a tough pick for me this week, too. Because, yeah, I get that feeling that he's getting... It's like, it feels like they're going to collapse at some point. I don't know if they'll miss the playoffs collapse. Actually, they might, because their division's pretty good this year.
Because it's a really stacked division.
Yeah.
I thought this game was even, and I gave it to the home field advantage.
Denver only has a 3.5. Denver is only a 3.5 point favorite at home.
And they spot them 3 points because they're at home.
Yeah.
So it's almost a 50-50 game.
Basically what I just said.
Yeah. Okay. So the next game is the Monday night game. Green Bay at Philadelphia. And all three of us go with the Eagles. Obviously, you guys know my reasoning. I am 100% biased towards them. Only picked against them once, and then we ended up winning.
Yeah.
So
I think Eagles are a pretty good team. They're just young. So they're a little inconsistent. But Green
Rodgers
Bay
is going to torch us, isn't he?
No, because Rodgers doesn't have... I don't know what's going on, honestly.
He has a weapon. It's
Yeah.
Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, but he just hasn't been playing the same as he usually plays.
Yeah. I think McCarthy needs to go. I don't think he's a bad coach, but I think it's just time, almost. Because, like, there's nothing new about their game plan. Ever.
Well, they've kind of been steadily declining since the Super Bowl win. So I could see it.
Yeah. So all three of us going with the Eagles. Hopefully I take the lead back this week. Fuck you too. I'm cussing a lot on this channel today. I normally don't cuss on the channel.
Well, there's normally a lot more games that we pick against each other, and I don't think I can really lose the lead this week against you.
I'm trying to see, because you picked the Vikings, I picked the Lions. You picked the Chargers, I picked the Texans. And that's it. So the best I can do is tie you.
Yeah.
And that's with like the Texans have to win and the Lions have to win.
But I have a feeling we might have a good chance to catch me. We could all be tied by the end of this
Well, we
this
picked
week.
Colts while we picked Steelers. He picked Chiefs while we picked Broncos. So, yeah, I think there actually is a chance we could all be tied at the end of this week.
Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we will talk to you, or at least I will talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.